What's up, Face-Off addicts? Welcome back once again to the Movie Trivia Face-Off. As always, you are blessed to be joined by me, the Elk, Andrew Kelk here, announcing another spectacular, geektacular matchup here in the Movie Trivia Face-Off. And today, I am also very pleased because I get to tell you a story about this time I was at an art museum with my cousin Ignacio, and well, long story short, ran into somebody. He said he'd like to be introduced today as my crazy, stupid, fine co-host, Alex Frost.
Now with 20% more weight, but still dripping in disdain, it is the Geektacular division, the Movie Trivia Face-Off. Now, once again, the Alex Frost Show.
And welcome back to the show, folks. We've got a great one for you tonight, Alex. We've got two competitors coming in here in a geektacular matchup. As we said, we've got Cameron Holzmann, known as Concussion. Hopefully he's not going to knock anybody out today. And we've got Dave, the Gopher Uhlfelder, both coming in here, both playing into something that you know a little bit about. World War Geek is around the corner, and one of these two will be coming in with a spot in World War Geek. What do you think? Could they get a good one today?
Well, all wins are good wins. You say maybe Cameron doesn't want to get a knockout. I think that's the perfect way to get a spot in World War Geek. A knockout is only ever a good thing in this here division.
That's right, Alex, and a lot on the line when you're playing into a matchup like World War Geek with a chance to become the first ever, the one and only Geektacular champion here in the Movie Trivia Face-Off. We're going to find out what number these players are playing for, and we'll do that right after we do our interviews. Let's hear from the players right now.
Sup, I'm David Uhlfelder. I have never competed in this league before, and Inner Geekdom's definitely not my strong suit, but I'm playing Cameron Holzmann, and I've never heard of him, so, you know. I mean, I've never heard of anyone else either, but I haven't heard of him, and that's what should be important here. So I'll probably win based on some guessing and some good luck.
Well, Cam, we're here. MTFO. Time to bring the pain. We're playing explosive chipmunk. Correct?
Explosive Gopher. Although if he doesn't know who I am, I don't know why we should know who he is. But after this, no one will. So.
Explosive rodent weasel, whatever the hell you call yourself. Consider us the exterminators, because you're not making it out of this match, my friend. In fact, I think you're gonna implode, if anything. You're from Jote, right? Well, anyone from Jote's a joke. So, have fun, implode, because you're about to get a concussion today. Let's do this.
A little bit of talking from our competitors there. Dave Uhlfelder looking like he's just here to have a good time. And of course, we got a lot of words on the other side from Cameron Holzmann because his manager, Caleb Coho, always ready to do a little bit of talking. Do you think having a manager on his side is going to help him here in this matchup, Alex? Will it make him get to the end and get that big victory he's looking for?
Well, 2 is better than 1. And when you're in a fist fight, you definitely only want to be fighting exactly one person.
That is true. One-on-one, the best way to do things. So let's do that today. Let's get our competitors in here, after which, don't forget, fans, we'll be picking out that number on the wheel. We will be deciding where in Geektacular, where in World War Geek these players will be landing. Let's get our players in here. Alex, are you ready to do this?
Hit it.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, being accompanied by his manager, Caleb Coho. He is Concussion, Cameron Holzmann.
Was waiting for the world to
Cameron Holzmann ready to go, and his opponent, making his way to the ring, he is Dave, the Gopher Uhlfelder.
I really like your room, Cameron. I think it's dope.
Cameron, all business, and Dave Uhlfelder continuing to be all smiles as we get into this. But will he be all smiles once we show them what they are playing for? A spot in World War Geek is a fine prize to have, but it all depends on what number you end up with. So, Alex, let's get that up here and let's find out what these players are playing for today. And it's moving up. You want to see a big number on that board. Anything as high as number 34, I believe, is still the largest open number. Oh
no.
That is not what you want to see. Still a prize to be played for indeed. But the winner of this matchup will be number 1 in World War Geek. Have to pull a Bibiani and then some just to go all the way. What do you think of that, Alex?
I certainly the booby prize of anyone that's ever going to be entering, but just a reminder to our competitors that MVP is still on the table. So the person that lasts the most rounds and scores the most points still might get a little something.
And who's to say on a night like World War Geek, anything can happen and anybody could go all the way. We will find out when that match comes your way. But what we're going to find out today is which of these players will be number 1, your first entrant in World War Geek. Alex, very exciting. Some stakes on this matchup. I'm ready to go. Are you ready?
Hit it.
Then let's get ready to face off. Gentlemen, we're going to start you off with round number 1. Your rules for round number 1 are as follows. Each competitor will be asked 10 questions from various GEEKTACULAR movie trivia categories. Each of these questions will be worth 1 point, and once you've asked the question, you will have approximately 15 seconds to give us your best attempt at an answer. Please write your answer on your whiteboard, and once we call for you by name, please show us your whiteboard and verbalize your answer at the same time. Correct answer worth 1 point as mentioned. No penalty for missing, no penalty for incorrect answers in this round. Please keep your hands and whiteboards on screen at all times as possible during the question asking in any round. And gentlemen, do not forget about your repeats and your challenges. Challenge if you feel a question's gone against you incorrectly. We will review it with our judges here and make sure that everything is above board. And your repeats, if you need a little more time, haven't quite heard a question, or you just want that delay, please use that repeat. You have 3 each throughout the course of this match. With the rules out of the way, gentlemen, I'm going to ask you each once that most important question of all. Cameron, are you ready to fight for number 1?
Absolutely.
All right, and Dave, are you ready?
Sure.
Then let's get ready to face off. First question coming your way from Alex Frost.
All right, your first question comes from the category of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. What is the character named Tenelir Tavan, better known as in the MCU? And just like that, we have the Geektacular pause.
Not too much longer, though, because they have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
All right, I'll start with Cameron.
I said Malekith.
Malekith is incorrect, and I'll go to Dave.
Random guess, the Mandarin?
Also incorrect, just like that.
I know it now. It's the Collector.
The perfect round is off the table. Cameron, what is it?
It's the Collector.
That it is one of collectors in the world of geek, whether it's the movies, the comic books, or anything else, but not a lot of points for that question. Bad start, just the first one, however. 9 more coming your way. Let's get to question number 2, gentlemen. In your category, Wizarding World. Your question, who is the first person to mention Thestrals by name in the Harry Potter films? Thestrals. Going to see if either player can get on the board with this one. Alex, they definitely want to get those points early.
First point is best point.
And
Who's got
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to Dave.
I didn't really know, but I put Luna Lovegood.
Didn't really know it. Gets it anyway. Luna Lovegood, correct. Cameron.
Luna Lovegood.
There you go. Both on the board, moving in the right direction. I love it.
Don't know what Thestrals are, but...
Thestrals are phantasmal horses that can only be seen by those who have witnessed death.
Thanks for that. My incredible broadcast partner also doubles as a dictionary. Your next question comes from the category of mixed bag. Mixed bag. In 2004's Hellboy, what is the name of the main villain?
Good series of movies, Hellboy. That new one, though, I don't know if that was the best effort they've ever put out there.
I believe it's the worst effort they've put out there.
5, 4, 3,
Sir.
2, 1.
All right, I'll start with Cameron.
Rasputin.
Rasputin is correct for a point. And Dave?
I hadn't seen it, so I put Satan, but that's not.
It's a fine guess.
Satan always a
fine
great
guess, but
villain,
incorrect.
except in End of Days. That being said, lead taken by Cameron. Let's keep it going, boys. Your next question will come in the category of DC films. DC. In Constantine, who plays Gabriel?
Short, sweet, to the point. I love our questions sometimes.
Sometimes you get an easy one, Alex. All they have to do, tell us who plays Gabriel in Constantine. Gentlemen, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we will go to Dave.
I haven't seen that either. I don't know.
No answer from Dave. Can Cameron extend the lead?
Tilda Swinton.
That is correct. Tilda Swinton giving him a 3-1 2-point lead over Dave the Gopher.
All right, the Gopher still yet to really come out of his hole. Your next question comes from the category of Star Trek. In how many Star Trek films does William Shatner play Kirk?
You know, Alex, I watch a lot of these matches, and there's a lot of pressure, a lot of strategy, but I think when you start to fall behind, the key is you've got to get any points you can. So I would say, Dave, if you're listening, just go for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll start with Cameron.
7.
7 is correct for a point. And Dave?
I also had 7.
Right back on it. Just like that.
1 point for both competitors. Well done, gentlemen. Your next question comes in the category of heroes and villains. Heroes and villains. And we need to know who plays Big Daddy in Kick-Ass. You think that one will slip by the YouTube filters, Alex?
I was just going to ask you, hey, are there anybody? Sir, how many people, if you had to give me a number, would you say call you Big Daddy?
We love you, oh almighty algorithm. Please don't block our video. 5, 4, 3,
Come at me, YouTube.
1. All right, Dave.
The world's best actor, Nick Cage.
That is correct twice, Cameron.
The world's most actor, Nicolas Cage.
Also absolutely correct.
Love it. All right, both correct for a point. Now we are at question number 7, which comes from the category Marvel films. In X-Men, who does Storm fry with a lightning bolt in the final battle?
Tough question, Alex, because it's Storm. She has electrical powers, could fry just about anybody.
Oh, do they all fry the same? Interesting. I didn't know that. I
5, 4,
do you think there's some kind of meme line about it?
2, 1.
So, all right, I'll start with Cameron.
You know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning?
I believe it's the same thing that happens to everything else.
Lovely. Dave?
I also had Toad.
Memeing it up here today. That's correct for a point.
Definitely a good hit for both of them. Coming towards the end of the round, few questions left for you. Question number 8 will come in the category of DCEU. Your question, gentlemen. In Aquaman, what title did King Orm want to earn? Do you think he was ever mad at his parents, Alex? I mean, if my parents named me Orm.
I think it's really more of like a cultural thing.
Fair
to
enough.
be named Orm. It's rough.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to the Gopher.
Random guess because I never saw that one. Ruler of Atlantis.
And let's see if there's a haymaker coming from Concussion.
Call me Ocean Master.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Ocean Master, indeed.
What?
The best moment of that movie because it's the most overacting in that movie possible.
Learning a lot from Cameron. Loves him some overacting. Oh goodness. Speaking of overacting, what is the name of? I'm sorry. This is from the category of Star Wars. What is the name of the owner of Anakin and his mother in Phantom Menace? The joke is the movie itself. Say 5,
4,
4,
3,
3.
2, 1.
And we'll start with Cameron.
I wrote an offensive stereotype. I mean, I wrote Watto. Watto.
We would have accepted
Oh.
offensive stereotype.
That'll do. And Dave?
I also have Watto.
Lovely.
Would that the rest of us could have gone without Watto. However, it is not to be. Instead, we come to this. Gentlemen, your final question in this round. Cameron looking very good. No perfect round, but 8 points up on the board so far. Dave a little behind at 5. Definitely want to see if he can make up the point here. Your final question in round number 1 comes in the category of Middle-earth. And your question is, what family relationship do Fili and Kili share with Thorin in the Hobbit films?
Feels like Cameron's done this before. Came dressed for a fight in his camo shirt.
Taking it very seriously, and the score definitely reflecting it. Will he get another good point? We'll see in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And for the final time in round 1, Dave.
Cousins?
Cousins, not what we're looking for. Cameron.
Yeah, I put cousins too. It's nephews, isn't it?
It is, in fact, his nephews. They are his nephews. That being said, with the round out of the way, Cameron looking very solid at 8 points. Not a bad score to have in a 10-question round at all. Dave, a few points behind, but Alex, as we always say, and as you know, everything can change as we move forward into the matchup because we're getting into our very favorite, the wheel round. Gentlemen, we're going to get into round number 2. I'll give you the categories for the wheel, and then we'll get your rules out of the way. In this round 2, your categories will be MCU, The Chronicles of Narnia, Middle-earth, DC, Star Wars, DCEU, Wizarding World, the Star Trek, Marvel, comic book adaptations, and of course, opponents and spinners' choice. Round number 2 in the movie trivia face-off works as follows. Each competitor will get a spin at the category wheel. Once they have landed on or had a category selected for them, they will be given 5 questions, each of which will correspond to that category, and each of which will begin at a value of 2 points. If you don't know the answer, you can opt for multiple choice, in which case the value of the question goes down to 1. Steals are now live, which means your opponent, should you miss a question or fail to answer in time, will be able to steal for the current point value. And of course, gentlemen, your repeats and challenges are still in effect in this round. We go first to the man who's leading in the point score at this moment. So that is going to be Concussion. And with your manager here to help you out, feel free to tell us, would you like to spin the wheel first or would you like to defer to the Gopher?
I say we take the step back and let him go first.
I agree. We'll go second.
All right, Dave, give us that ceremonial high sign, spin that wheel, and let's see what you get.
Do I actually spin it? You spin it.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
People make a motion with their hands just to have some fun, and if you had, you would have been happy with the result because it's coming down on spinner's choice.
I will take. I'll take that. No,
You
I'll
can
take
definitely
Star
have.
Wars.
You should pick opponent's choice.
Sorry, what are you going with?
I'll take Star Wars.
Star Wars. It is 5 questions in the realm of Star Wars. Alex, why don't you go ahead and give Dave his questions?
Absolutely, I will. Give me just a second. All right, Dave, you've got 5 questions in the category of Star Wars. Question number 1. Who provided voice and motion capture for Jar Jar Binks?
That'd be Ahmed Best.
Correct for 2 points.
Good start
Well
to the round.
All right. Your second question. In which film will you hear Yoda say, when 900 years old you reach, look as good, you will not?
Return of the Jedi.
Still good. 2 more points.
Spinner's choice working out well for him so far.
Yep. Just a few more questions here. Your third question. During the Darth Vader hallway fight at the end of Rogue One, how many rebels does Darth lift off the ground using his force powers during the fight?
And now we get to a little bit of a harder question.
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4?
I want to say 3.
Ooh, 3 is incorrect. We'll go to Cameron for a steal. Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4?
I'll say 2.
2 is correct for a steal.
Tying it back up. Dave going to want to definitely get some points on these last two before he turns it back over.
Speaking of which, question number 4. While riding the elevator to become Senator Amidala's security detail in Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan says he hasn't felt Anakin this tense since they fell into the nest of what?
Oh, God. Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Nexus, B, Ores, C, Minox, or D, Gundarks?
I'm going to say Gundarks.
And that would be correct for 1 point.
Well managed. Good use of multiple.
Absolutely. One question left. On what planet does Jyn Erso and Cassian Andor's final stand take place?
Scarif?
And I say that's another 2 points.
Not a bad round at all. Doesn't do too much damage to himself and picks up a lot of points. Spinner's choice working out very well for him. But of course, he's got Cameron nipping at his heels. Just 3 points to make up. A lot could happen as we get that wheel back up for you. Let's bring that up. Let's bring in his manager and let's see what we got. All right, you've been here before, Caleb. You know the drill. Cameron, whenever you're ready.
Go for it.
Round and round and round she goes. And she will stop on, very close, but it looks like it will stop on Marvel Films.
We can do better than that. We can do better than that.
I mean, we can also do worse than that, though.
You could also do the same as that. You can spin it exactly again.
I mean, that's not an incorrect statement there, Explosive Chipmunk. I think
And you can also tell us what you're going to do in 5,
I think we should spin
4,
again. Being honest.
3,
All right, let's spin again.
spinning the wheel again. This will be the last spin unless it lands on the already selected category. Let us see what he will end up with. It's going to be, will it make it past? Yes, it will. DC movies. DC movies. Didn't like Marvel, went across the street to the competitor with DC. All right, Concussion. 5 questions coming at you for round number 2. Let's get it started. Question number 1 in DC films. In Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, Lacey, the woman who is attracted to Clark Kent, has what familial relation to tabloid tycoon David Warfield?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, his niece, B, his sister, C, his cousin, D, his daughter.
Niece.
Niece is incorrect. We'll go to Dave for the options once again. Your chance for the steal. A, his niece, B, his sister, C, his cousin, D, his daughter.
I'm going to randomly say daughter.
And you're going to randomly get 1 more point on the board with that successful steal. It is, in fact, his daughter. Let's keep it going. Moving on to your second question, Cameron. Batman Returns was nominated for how many Academy Awards? Great film, very deserving of all the nominations. Roll eyes. 5, 4,
2.
3, 2. Correct for 2 points. No multiple choice. Well done there. Your next question, can you do as well? Question number 3. In Superman Returns, Lois Lane has won a Pulitzer Prize for an article titled what?
I'll know it on multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options, Cameron, are A, World Without a Superman. B, Why the World Doesn't Need Superman. C, Without Superman, What Do We Do? And D, I can't quite read on my document, so give me just 1 moment here while I figure this out.
I mean, I don't need to hear it. It's B.
B, Why the World Doesn't Need Superman is correct. Apologies for that. But he gets the answer anyway. Good use of multiple. Takes that point, bringing him up to within one of his opponent, it looks like.
Within one, absolutely.
Within one. So very exciting for these last two questions. Your penultimate question, round number 2, DC movies. In Steel, John Henry Irons' wheelchair-bound associate, Susan, has what nickname?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Oracle, B, Red, C, Fixer, D, Sparky.
God, such stupid.
A, Oracle, incorrect. We go over to Dave for the Steel. Your options once again, A, Oracle, sorry.
I can just tell you what the answer is, but you can
Go ahead.
It's Sparky.
Sparky it is. That's another big point and puts us in a situation where now Cameron has the chance, if he does not go multiple choice, to tie it up. And he can, of course, stay within one with that multiple choice. Giving up a steal could be big here. However, your final question, round number 2, Cameron, DC films. In The Dark Knight, what is the last name of the Wayne Enterprise employee who deduces Batman's secret identity and attempts to blackmail him?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options, Cameron. A, Reese, B, Hershey, C, Roberts, D, Chill.
A,
Reese, absolutely correct. A much needed point and gets him to within one of Dave, but the tables have turned in this round as Dave now comes out with the lead going into round number 3. Will it make a difference? Will he pick the right numbers? We're going to find out, but Alex, been an exciting match so far.
Just like that, the tables have turned. Now Dave is in the lead, and Cameron's got a little bit of work to do to avoid that old TKO.
And of course, a loss here, even more devastating because of the prize at risk. They are going for the big, the coveted, the wonderful MVP spot, the Bibiani spot, number 1 in World War Geek. What could be better than that, folks? Let's find out who's going to win that big prize and move on with a chance, albeit a slim one, to become the first ever GEEKTACULAR champion here in the Movie Trivia Face-Off. Let's get to round number 3. All right, gentlemen, round number 3. The rules are as follows. In this round, each competitor will give us 3 numbers, which will range from 1 to 19. 1 to 19 are your options. Once you've given us your 3 numbers, you will be asked 3 questions, each corresponding to those numbers, and a movie trivia category in the GEEKTACULAR world. Your first question worth 2 points, your second worth 3, and your third worth 5 points. There's no stealing in this round, no penalty for incorrect answers, and your repeats and challenges are still in effect. And now, with all that in mind, the big prize hanging above their heads, we will go to Dave the Gopher. You are in the lead by a single point. What are your 3 numbers?
8, 9, 10.
8, 9, and 10, proving he can count to 10, although I don't know about the first 7. Let's go to Cameron.
3, 6, and what's the highest number I can pick?
19.
I'll take 18.
3, 6, and 18 for Cameron. We will begin, Cameron, with your questions as you are currently trailing. Alex Frost, go to it.
All right, Cameron, you have taken for your 2-pointer category 3, which corresponds to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. For 2 points, what is the name of the undercover S.H.I.E.L.D. agent that is Captain America's neighbor in Winter Soldier?
Sharon Carter.
For 2 points.
And as the 2-point often does when it's close, throwing it right back to his opponent, will Dave be able to do the same? Dave, you chose category number 8 for your first question for 2 points. And to retake the lead, your question is, who plays... Oh, sorry, your question's in the category of DCEU. Your question is DCEU. For 2 points, who plays Alfred in the DCEU?
Jeremy Irons?
He says it like he doesn't know it's right. 2 big points going on the board.
The Dark Knight or the DCEU.
Definitely was curious about that one when he said it out loud, but he does make the points, which means once again, back to Cameron for his 3.
All right, Cameron, you've chosen for 3 points category 6. That corresponds to the Wizarding World. For 3 points, in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, what is the name of Newt's demiguise?
A reaction on his face that tells me he might be having some trouble with this one. Five, four, three,
I don't know.
two. Sorry?
I don't know.
No answer.
No answer, no repeats. That is, so we're going to take that as incorrect. You were looking for Dougal.
Dougal, the Demiguise. Also, I believe a movie about a moose or a dog. One of those two. All right, so we'll stay with Cameron, and it does come down, Alex, to this, the ultimate test of trivia knowledge, the 5-point question, always a difficult question. Will he be able to get it? If he does, he throws it back, stays alive in the hunt for number one. If he misses it, Dave, the Gopher Uhlfelder, moving on to World War Geek, and with a lot of work still ahead of him, let's find out what's going to happen. Ooh, so very exciting.
Cameron, all up to this for 5 points. You chose category 18, which corresponds to heroes. For 5 points, in the 2014 TMNT film, who voices Splinter?
Expect you might have to read that one off again, Alex.
I suspect I will have to read it 3 times at least.
Yeah.
We'll find it somewhere in the range of 5, 4, 3.
Repeat it.
There's the first
Right.
one.
In the 2014 TMNT film, who voices Splinter?
I know. It's not him. It's not him. It's not him.
Splinter on a never-ending quest against Oroku Saki, and Cameron on a quest to pull the answer. Can he get it? 5, 4, 3.
Repeat it.
That's the second.
Right. In the 2014 TMNT film, who voices Splinter? This is rough. We gonna see your tattoo there? Look, I don't think that would give anything away. Yeah.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah.
Big
look at
fan of
that.
these films, obviously. Did enjoy this one, underrated. And we come to it in 5, 4, 3.
One more time.
Final repeat.
Last one. In the 2014 TMNT film, who voices Splinter?
This would be an incredible deep cut pull if he gets it. And for the final time, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Tony Shalhoub.
For 5 points. Get it.
Wow.
I was fully Batemaning you there, but
What a pull. So well done. If you were Batemaning us, well done. Very good job of that. If not, well, it doesn't matter because you are now in the lead, throwing it back over to Dave. And Dave, with 2 more questions left to go, your first one, your 3-pointer, really just a toss-up. It's in the air. You don't need this one to win, but you can take it anyway for record-keeping purposes. Let's go ahead and move on, Dave, to a question that means absolutely nothing as far as the outcome of the match. Question number 9. Your category is Star Wars. For 3 points, in the Clone Wars movie, who duels the Magna Guards on Tatooine?
Man, it doesn't matter. I saw that once, so I don't really care. I mean, I'm a little annoyed that I don't know a Star Wars question, but
And still got to do it for the job. 5, 4, 3.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, I don't know.
We were looking for Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka Tano. Which means, Alex, you know this state. We've been here before. We've seen this happen. It's all coming down to this. His 5-point question for a 1-point victory over his opponent. And remember, the winner moving on to World War Geek with the chance to go all the way, slim as it may be. If you hit this question, you will be moving on, Dave. You will take that spot. If you miss it, Cameron will take the spot. Cameron will take the victory, and Cameron will move on with a chance to become the Geektacular champ, the first ever here in the Movie Trivia Face-Off. Category number 10. Your final category for 5 points is Star Trek. And your question is, What is the name of USS Kelvin's captain at the beginning of 2009's Star Trek? Five, four.
Repeat.
Your first repeat. What is the name of the USS Kelvin's captain at the beginning of 2009's Star Trek?
I don't suppose you have any Star Trek related tattoos to show us?
None yet. So far, just the Ninja Turtles and a Japanese RPG I used to play.
I can see the guy. It's so annoying.
Five, four.
Repeat.
All right. Remember to keep your hands on screen, please, while the questions are being asked. Your next repeat is, what is the name of the USS Kelvin's captain at the beginning of 2009's Star Trek? Five, four, three,
Repeat.
two, and one last repeat. He might be baiting us as well. We will see. What is the name of the USS Kelvin's captain at the beginning of 2009's Star Trek? Five, four, three, two.
Captain Greenwood. It's not it.
Bruce Greenwood, great actor.
Yeah.
Not what we were looking for. That means, and your winner, Concussion, Cameron Holzmann. Well done by Cameron. What a pull on that 5-pointer. I don't know if he was lying. I don't know if he knew that question or if he didn't, but either way, it was an amazing 5-point pull, and it puts him in the lead, which means he gets the big job, the big task, and the big goal. Movie Trivia Face-Off first ever champion. Sure, all you need to do is go through 35 other people. You've got that shot. Make good use of it. And let's find out what our competitors thought about the matchup they had today, Alex. Let's take it to our post-match interviews.
Thanks very much, Andrew the Elk. We are live from the executive home offices of Club Blood Nashville. It is the Alex Frost Show. My guest at this time, today's unfortunate loser, I've got Dave the Gopher here with me. Dave, you almost turned it around. You almost got the big one, Batemaning it or not. You did very well for yourself in this match here today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm going to be honest now that the match is over. I have never seen a Lord of the Rings or Hobbit movie.
Ooh.
So that's a good start. I've only seen the new Star Trek movies, which I've seen multiple times. So I thought I could get that last question, but I could not. I've only seen the original 7 Harry Potters. I've seen all the MCU. I've seen like an assortment of Marvel and DC, but as far as most of the movies that come under Geekdom go, I have not seen them.
Dave, you're breaking my heart, and you're giving some stuff away. Save some of those weaknesses. Give me just a second. Let me ask another question. Well, okay. You did about 5 points in your first round. You did really well for yourself in Star Wars. Is that a big strength for you?
I marathon all. I've done 24-hour Star Wars marathons like every year for the last 5 years. So that was, if I got Spinner's Choice, that was going to be my go-to, And the only one I missed, who cares?
Sure. Sure. Listen, there are some Star Wars questions that I'd rather forget about. And then in round 3, you hit your 2-pointer to send it back, but you were unable to hit a 3 and a 5. What exactly was going through your mind as you were missing those?
Well, the 3 I literally went because it didn't matter points wise. I don't think I even fully listened to the question. I didn't know it. I just wasn't really thinking about it. And I thought about asking for a repeat and then realized that would be a waste. And the 5, it's Captain Robow or something like that. But I couldn't pull that. And then for a second, I thought Captain Pike. And then that was Bruce Greenwood's character. So then I said Captain Greenwood, which is not a real thing.
One of our finest actors, but not the correct answer.
He's in the movie.
Yes, I can confirm as someone who's seen all the Star Trek movies, yes, he is definitely in the movies. Well, you're not going to qualify for World War Geek, not just yet, but can you at least tell me this? You'll be back. This isn't the last time we're ever going to see you.
Oh, I'd be happy to do another match. I prefer singles. I'm more competent in that. Just because I know a lot of general stuff. I know I answered questions today on movies I'd never seen. I'm looking at my pad. There was definitely something. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen Kick-Ass, but I knew that one.
Nick Cage, a fine entry into any franchise.
I hadn't seen any of the Star Trek movies that had Shatner in them, but I know he's in the first 6 and then the one where they cross over with the next gen one. So,
well, how about Actually, that's an interesting point. How about the Star Wars division? We do have one of those that's on the rise.
I definitely want to do that, and if I could study for it, and that would probably. I also could have decided when I originally decided to do this match. I said, okay, I'm gonna watch all the geek movies I haven't seen. And then I got 10 minutes into the first Lord of the Rings and fell asleep, and that was the end of that dream. But with a little more commitment, I'm sure I have it.
You absolutely tried. So you'll be maybe coming to a singles division and or a Star Wars division near you. Where else can people find you?
People can find me. I'm my full name, David Uhlfelder, on YouTube. And I'm at Uhlfers, UHLFERS, on Instagram. And I'm a stand-up comedian. Normally I'd have shows, but because of the virus, no.
Fair enough. Doing your part. Thank you so much, Dave. We'll be seeing you hopefully in the near future. Yeah. And I will be right back with your winner, Cameron Holzmann, and his manager, Caleb Coho.
I like your hair, man.
Thank you. Oh, how are you guys doing?
No, I took a quick cat nap, so that was nice.
I feel that.
Yeah, no. When I heard that 5-point question, like Jeremy Howard is an actor that I've considered using as a strength in other divisions, and Jeremy Howard for the uneducated voices Donatello in that movie. So I knew that knowing those would come in handy at some point. Didn't think it was going to be in my first geek match. Yeah, no. This feels good. The collector. I'm happy that I missed his name.
Well,
giving me Steel and Superman 4: The Quest for Peace.
I'll say this, as someone who's landed on the DC wheel slice before, I can say this. I would not recommend doing it. There's a lot of garbage in that particular section.
Didn't really have a choice now, did I?
No, it's bad times. I'll say this. I've been recently told that this win not only gets you into World War Geek, it actually gets you just outside of the top 15. You are at number 16, 1 win in. How about that?
So then why am I the first person entering in World War Geek? If I'm one of the top 16, why don't I get one of the top 16 spots? Let's go. Come on, guys.
That's
what are we doing here? Look, I'll let you off the hook and let you sit there for a minute there, Alex. Look, I said Alvin and the Chipmunk over there was gonna implode. Did he implode? You don't know Ahsoka Tano and you're a Star Wars guy? I think you imploded. You think you're a comedian? Nah, you're just a joke. Look, we're gonna come into World War Geek. We got 6 shots. We got 6 shots at this. I think all 6 of our shots are very, very, very good ones. So we did the damn thing. He won. We'll see y'all in World War Geek. One of us is walking out with a title.
Cameron, thoughts?
I think my manager said it best. There's 6 of us from this group. There's 36, 34. I don't know how many people are in that.
30 cupcakes. Let's get it out of here. Let's do this.
Well, big words as per usual from Caleb Coho, Cameron Holzmann backing him up. And who am I to argue? I didn't just win this match. And we're going to go right back to, yes, Andrew the Alcalc. And It's me, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna go right back to me.
And we are back from those post-match interviews handled by, of course, the Godfather himself, Alex Frost. Well done, Alex. And hearing a lot from both of our competitors, obviously Caleb and Cameron looking forward to World War Geek, insisting that one of the members of their faction going to take it all down, which is, of course, a real possibility. We've got some strong representation for factions in World War Geek. Alex, you're even going to be in that matchup. You still don't know where your number is going to be, so we're going to find that one out real soon when you take on Jimmy Deary. Either way, the play-ins have been great, but we are within a few weeks now as of the time of this taping, folks, and I could not be more excited for World War Geek. Alex, any early front runners, predictions? Yourself excluded, of course.
Well, yes, it would be very unfair for me to go on about myself for minutes at a time, as I've been known to do. What I will say is World War Geek is shaping up to be a costly affair, a timely affair, and an amazing affair. As I believe has been revealed, the League of Shadows are all taking late numbers. They're all, a fair amount of them actually, are in the late 20s. That's dangerous for such dangerous individuals. Cameron Holzmann coming in at number 1, but who's to say he can't lock up MVP or indeed take on the top prize itself? I mean, it's World War Geek. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Anything will happen. We've got a lot of great surprises for you here in the Movie Trivia Face-Off, especially with that World War Geek matchup, folks. Some special guests I can't tell you about just yet, but you are going to be thrilled. Make sure you check out the whole thing and join us for the premiere. You can check out the Movie Trivia Face-Off anytime. And of course, we're all born out of a love of the Schmodown. If you haven't already, please check out patreon.com/Schmodown. Support the Schmodown and maybe become a member of our community here in the MTFO as well. We would love to have you, just as we love to have Dave today and Cameron. Dave, the Gopher Uhlfelder, very easygoing, but the only place he's going right now is out the door as number 1 in World War Geek goes down to Concussion. He takes that spot and gets his chance. Anything can and will happen. Big thank you as well to all the people scrolling by on the bottom of your screen right now. Our question writers, our editors, our great team here at the Movie Trivia Face-Off. They work hard all the time, and although you rarely see them on screen, they are the heart and soul of what we do. In fact, I say they're the most expendable members of our team. In fact, I'd say they're the most inexpendable members of our team, except, of course, for yours truly. And Dave Uhlfelder also saying that he prefers singles. Me too, although I will take a married once in a while. Good to have you here with us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time you come on back in and check it out for a little more movie trivia action. Do not forget about World War Geek, and I'll see you next time we face off.